Okay, so even though this post is tone deaf, given our current climate and state of economy, we're still going to lighten things up a bit. Rich kids are different, LMFAO. I just saw this TikTok where this lady said that in her daughter's school, the children were busy comparing airport lounge food and the quality, and one child started crying. They cried so much the school counselor was called because they thought the child was crying because he flies economy and hasn't been to an airport lounge. Turns out the reason this child has never experienced food from an airport private lounge is because his family always flies on private planes. That is really something that these kids are actually having this type of conversation. I wonder how old they are. It just leads me to believe that if they were crying like this, they were probably in some type of elementary school, which makes it even funnier that little kids aren't crying or, having tantrums because of toys or being bullied on the playground. They're literally crying because of not being able to relate to each other's richness. Yeah. This is one of those far removed, totally unrelatable things that's just hilarious. This is why we loved Robin Leach's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, and people get into reality shows showcasing just obnoxious levels of wealth because you can't relate and you just get a little peek of insight of what these one percenters go through. But I'm interested in what these comments are. The OP responds back, he was too rich to relate. Exactly. Okay, and then this one from General TD. An Arab student studying in London wrote a letter to his dad. Dear Dad, London is wonderful. The people are nice and I really like it here. But Dad, I am a little ashamed to be riding to class every day in my 24K gold Ferrari when my professors, friends, and fellow students all travel by train. Damn, 24K gold Ferrari. Your son, Ahmed. Oh, that oil tycoon money, right? Promptly, his father writes back, my dear son, Ahmed, 20 million has just been transferred to your account. Please stop embarrassing our family. Go and get yourself a train, too. You're missing the point, Dad. Is this real? No, this one is an old joke about how out of touch with reality rich people are. Wow. This next comment. Who was it that got grounded for trying to rent a helicopter with her dad's credit card? I only remember because her parents are celebrities. It was Sofia Coppola's daughter. She posted it on TikTok. Yikes. Have you seen the ones going paintballing in a helicopter and quad bikes? Wow. Wolves tank season. This, that FU money. Yep. I love this. I need my kids to have these kind of problems. Absolutely. 100%. The climate that we're in, I used to want to have kids. A few decades ago, I kind of spoke it into, my future to have kids, whether I was in, a relationship or not. But with the current state of things, I don't want to have kids unless I'm filthy rich, because I want them to have these type of issues, just crying over nonsense. I don't want them to have to face the reality of the world that we're in, with school shootings and information overload and people being burdened and emotionally just tortured with all kinds of things, issues. So yeah, I relate. I definitely relate. I like this one from Barrett Lindbergh. A friend worked for a guy who only flew private, but told his kids, who had never flown commercial, that he was working really hard so that one day they could fly in the big planes like everyone else. And this one from, I think that's Sophie. The @ is WSSX Dom. OMG, kids just want to be relatable to other kids regardless. Exactly.